大家好，大家好，欢迎来到 Nemyinspired 的 YouTube 频道，我叫杨潇。我们今天要谈很多与在中国留学有关的内容，我希望你们要留下到最后，不要关掉哈。谢谢。
Wow. For those that don't understand, this is Nemyinspired and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about relocation to China. If you don't understand what he said, well, you will understand because you're a Nigerian like me, you understand? So relocation to China, we are going to be talking about how to relocate to China for your studies, for your business, and to find also the love of your life, you know?
Okay.
So I have an expatriate on Chinese scholarship. He's somebody who has been to China for his master's degree, and he's going to give us that clues, you understand? You know, people always get scared when we talk about Chinese going to China because of the language barrier. He's going to break all those for us today. So can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello guys, fans of Nemyinspired. My name is James. What do they need to know?
Just your name and your relationship.
Okay, this is my elder sister. She's the manager of the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So just watch and enjoy and like and share.
Okay, and don't forget to what?
Subscribe
to
yeah.
this channel. All right. On asking the question, like me now, if a normal Nigerian wants to study in China, somebody who does not have a prior knowledge of the Chinese language, what is required of the person? Must the person learn the Chinese language, or can the person go for scholarship in China?
No, not at all. Actually, studying in China has little or nothing to do with your ability to speak Chinese. You don't need to be a Chinese language speaker to be able to study in China. As a matter of fact, there are so many scholarships in China that don't require your Chinese language ability, you know. So it's very possible to study in China without being able to speak
without
Chinese.
even understanding anything in Chinese language, you can also study in China. So if someone wants to study in China from Nigeria, what are the requirements? As in, what are the procedures the person needs to take to find schools and, you know, scholarship opportunities and all those?
Well, if you want to, first, all the schools are online. You know, we are in an age where information is very accessible to everybody. So you could start by knowing what course you'd like to study and finding the schools that offer such courses or related courses. And then you can check the rankings of the schools. If you're someone who would like to study in a school that has a very high ranking, you can find out the ranking of the school you want to go to. And then on the web page of the school, they'll have their admission requirements for new applicants, and everything is very clear. You can do it yourself. You really don't need anyone or any agent to help you.
So you can, once you have your Google, you have your Android,
you have your phone,
you can just good to go. So don't listen to all those people, pay this, pay that.
No, you don't need to.
You can do it by yourself.
That's correct, yes.
And also you can also check for the requirement for scholarship.
Yeah, there are scholarships. We can leave the links to some scholarships down below so they can read more. But basically, I think the most popular scholarship in China is CSC. From Chinese Scholarship Council by the Chinese government, and everybody is eligible to apply. Anybody can apply at all, and they offer masters. They cover masters programs and PhD programs. You know, so we'll just drop more information on that down below so you can read.
Okay, so this is a plus. A round of applause for him. This is what. So thank you very much, Mr. James. This is what people pay for. You understand? Go on Facebook now. They'll tell you, before they'll tell you any simple thing that you can find by yourself. They'll extort you, but see, he's giving
that's
us,
why we have Nemyinspired. So
oh my god,
you know,
so he's giving us free of charge, so that's very good. So we appreciate that. So even me to apply you. So okay, now you know we are in an era where they talk about side hustle, multiple streams of income. Everybody wants to be the next Jeff Bezos, you know, that kind of a thing. So as a student in China, what type of side hustles can one do, you understand, legitimately? You know, there was someone that said as a student you can do different businesses, you know, and be making your cool dough in China. So we don't know how true it is, but now we are going to ask him directly.
Well, sorry to burst your bubble, but because you said legitimately, then there is no side hustle you can do in China as a student. Sorry. Yeah,
so motivational speakers, take note though, please.
No legitimate
oh my God,
side hustle you can do. But there are things people do to survive, but it's illegitimate. As a student in China, you're not allowed to work. But then people find their ways around. People do all sorts of businesses. Some work as agents to importers to their various countries. Some work for Chinese companies part-time. Some work as English or other language teachers. Some work as sports teachers, basketball, football coaches. You know, the list is endless, but they are not legitimate. But people do them anyway.
But that means if you are doing them, you are at the risk of being
definitely deported.
So, in as much as people will tell you do side hustles, I always believe in being real, being realistic, telling people the truth. Look, this is what is on ground. This is what is on ground. If you decide to do this, these are the consequences. Not just telling people, making people feel bad. Maybe they are not hustling enough or all that.
If you have a family member in China, send them some money.
No, but that would discourage people. Now people want to go and blow, you understand? For a black person living in China, what are the standard of living, like buying of food, accommodation, and
I think the standard of living is pretty much the same for black or white. There's no different standard of living for blacks. But I think things are affordable, especially food. Food is reasonably affordable. Transportation is way more affordable than Nigeria because their public buses and the transportation system is so efficient. Yeah, like you can be at the bus stop and then you can tell how many minutes away the next bus is, and you have the maps of where the buses are going to, how many stops. So it's fantastic.
All right. So that means when you've gotten a scholarship or you are going for your study, you know that at least things are relatively okay.
Fair enough.
In a system that is actually working.
Yes,
understand?
that's correct, yes.
Because in as much as people try to discourage others, they pay so much tax, but you are seeing the value of what you are paying for.
Actually, education in China is expensive, but it's not as expensive as Europe or America or some other countries. So it's pretty much on the low side. And then there are lots of scholarships as well, as we mentioned. I know a lot of people who went to China on self-sponsorship, but after the first year or the second year, they got some scholarships, so it gets better as you go.
So that means even if you, like those people with 2 third class and who might not be able to get scholarship, they can go and might still
definitely
be able to get scholarship based on
your performance in the school. And there are some scholarships that are available to current students. For example, you might have university scholarship, what we call vice chancellor scholarship. Your faculty might have a scholarship. So the opportunities are endless.
All right. So good news
for
those who were not able to make 2-1, we are not able to make first class. You can still take that bold step of going there, and hopefully in a better environment, if you are serious enough, you will be able to make it.
Yeah, you stand a chance. Yes.
And there's something I want to really know. People say that when people fail in Nigeria, when they go abroad, they tend to do better. What is it really true, and what could be the cause of it?
Well, it depends. Personally, this is not a professional opinion, and I'm not a professional, so we're just talking, right? Personally, I think it depends on the reason why you failed in Nigeria. Some people failed in Nigeria because they were not serious with their studies, and if you go to China or anywhere else and you're still not serious with your studies, you will still fail. It's not like there's a magic wand somewhere that will make you pass your exams if you're not serious. But there might be people who failed in Nigeria because they were witch hunted, quote, by some lecturer, or the system failed them. Personally, when I was in Nigeria, there were so many nights. In short, most of the nights I had to read with a lamp. I had to leave my house, go to a church or neighbors' houses or somewhere to find light to read. I couldn't do my assignments when I wanted to. I had to wait until there was light to do them. Some of these systemic failures are wiped away for you.
Right.
So it gets easier to be successful if you are willing to put in the work.
Okay, that means you must actually put in the work.
Yeah, you have to, but it's easier to put in the work because the system is working.
I also want to chip in, ask a little question. You know, we Nigerians, this is our issue of copy and paste. You know, they'll give you assignments, you just go and meet Mr. Google. You know, map the whole thing without even changing any words. What is it really? Can it be attainable there?
Personally, in my school and in my class, we were not much. I think we were about 12 students in my class. So yes, I don't see how you can be just 12 in the exam hall and still cheat. You would have to be a genius in cheating to do that. And then for the assignments, the lecturers are a bit more thorough. And for thesis or articles that you'd have to publish, there's this website in China where all the articles and all the theses uploaded to, so the lecturers can easily check
the level of
plagiarism. Yeah, they can check
like
that.
Something like the Turnitin we have here in Nigeria. You know, we have a Turnitin, but though we don't really use it as such. As in,
I don't know what's Turnitin.
Turnitin is to check the level of plagiarism.
Okay, in China they call it Chongguo Zhiwang. That's the name of the website. It's used to check the percentage of plagiarism. And the schools usually give you a percentage that should not be crossed. Maybe 15, 10, depends.
So that means if you are the type that, you know, when they give you assignments, as most Nigerian students want to, you know, they'll just give us assignment, they'll give you 10 paper, you go and copy everything from Mr. Google and download without even changing any words, without even making anything.
It doesn't work that way.
Don't think of abroad studies. It's not for you.
Yeah.
In as much as the system is better, you also have to work hard. You have to buckle your belt. You have to put in the work.
Definitely.
Put in the work. And I think their grading system is a bit better than in Nigeria.
I don't know when you say better, but I think I had 97, I had 98, I had 96 in a lot of courses, and in Nigeria I think the highest I had was 85 or so. So I think it was in China that 85 could have been 96 or 97. Because some lecturers will tell you plainly that A is for God, or 80 or 90 is for God, or stuff like that. But if you have 100, you get 100 in China, and if you have 0, you get 0.
Are you serious? They'll not even put in all these ones that they'll add 5 marks for people. When people fail too much, they'll add 5 marks. But actually, I think like the lectures and everything, they are more serious.
They are more advanced. I would prefer to use that word because all the lectures are done with slides, and you can see exactly what you're learning. There are videos, there are lots of extra recommended articles you can easily access, and it's just better. You don't need, I think they are way beyond the era of whiteboard or blackboard or markers. They use whiteboards definitely, but then the major teaching material is slides, PPT slides.
Okay, that means not in the case of here where some people
copying notes.
Yes, or copying notes, or missing lectures, or coming when they like and leaving when they like. They are not answerable to anybody. At least I think there's an organized system.
Yeah, you know, it's still a university. You can miss lectures and nobody's going to come and flog you.
I'm talking about the lecturers themselves.
No, definitely. The lecturers are very punctual. They never come late. Very, very punctual, and they end on time.
Because like here, sometimes I'm not shading our lecturers, but we have to say it as it is. Some people don't come for lectures. Some people can come twice, and they will still set a very difficult exam. You'll now be wondering, where did they bring all these questions from?
There were times I came to school for an 8 o'clock lecture, and the lecturer didn't come up until 5 or 4 in Nigeria here, you know. But it's not possible. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
And cancelling of lectures without even prior notice.
No. And the lecturers are very accessible. Wow. I think that's another point. You can easily message your lecturer to ask a quick question.
Who bomb monkey here?
You can easily message on WeChat and they respond.
Apart from my project supervisor in my master's degree, as in I have to give it up to that man. The man was just
what's his name?
Professor JB Babalala, Joe Babalala. You call him, you can send him message at any time. he's just the one Nigerian lecturer that I've seen that is totally
You can't paint Nigerian lecturers with a black brush. I'm sure they are good ones.
Yeah, they are good ones. I'm just saying from
based
my
on
experience.
yeah.
Well, it's just one. From my first degree to my second degree, the man is totally different. You don't just walk up to, in fact, before you go to a Nigerian lecturer office, you will first rehearse.
The approach, right?
You will just stand at the door, you will rehearse. It doesn't matter whether what you are going there to do is legitimate, whether what you are asking is within your rights or not. You just stand first, you will rehearse, you will think, if he says this, I will now say this. If he does this, I will say this. And even then, you look at his face, and there's a lot
his
of
mood, yeah.
And there are a lot of bag carrying. You have to be loyal, carrying of bags, and I feel that this is rubbish. You understand?
Actually,
it doesn't make any sense.
Of course, you can carry a bag if you want to, out of the goodness of your heart. But it's not.
I think here somehow is compelled. You are compelled to carry bags.
Silent culture where they feel you have to.
Nobody will actually force you, but you know within yourself that if you don't carry that bag, you know what it will. So that kind of, when you now see your lecturer, because you don't want to carry his bag, you run away. Those hanky-panky.
I think the lecturers are just more like friends. Many of them, although there are still some very strict people, but many of them are just very easily accessible.
So they are not like mini gods,
No,
all this kind
not
of,
at all.
you have to think and all that.
No, not at all.
Seriously, we really need.
So those are the systemic differences that can help to boost your grade.
Yeah.
Because as a Nigerian student, you might have a problem in class or with some issues that you might not be able to reach out to your lecturer. But in China, it's based on my experience, it's not the same.
Even here, you even have cases of missing script that is obviously the lecturer's fault. You understand? This one is not even a case of this being your careless. Obviously, the lecturer's fault, and nothing will be done. In fact, they're not even good yet. But actually, we also have good Nigerian lecturers.
Of course,
so I don't need
I have
to
to
really
give it
paint.
to
My project supervisor, Professor JB Babalola, is one. Then also my project supervisor in my undergraduate studies, he was also a very good person, and many others.
Yeah, there's so many nice lecturers. It's just that I think the rogue lecturers are not getting the quick punishment they deserve.
Yes, they are not getting, and they are like mini gods. When somebody is doing something with impunity, without any fear, and truly nothing will happen. You understand that kind of a thing?
They get away with a lot of things.
And I just really hope that such things will change. Then another thing I really need to say, I need to chip in, is this issue of strike. Oh my God.
Fortunately, I only suffered a 6-month strike
in Nigeria, right?
Yeah,
okay.
In 4 years. So I think I'm one of the lucky ones. Yeah.
Seriously,
fair enough.
It has really crippled our Nigerian system. Seriously.
You can't really estimate when you're going to finish and when you go in. You can't say, okay, this is a 2-year course, I'm going to finish in 2 years in Nigeria. Most times it doesn't work that way.
My master's degree is supposed to be 18 months, an 18 months program. It's running into the 4th year now. And even then, to the extent I'm even ashamed of telling people I'm still in school. Can you imagine? For something that is absolutely not my fault. You understand? The system is really...
That's why most times people just take the pain to pay the extra fees and send their kids abroad and get done with it.
So when you are going for 2 years, you're actually sure that it's 2 years.
Of course.
If it's 3 years, you're actually
You can even
sure.
finish for less. I have a friend who finished a 4-year PhD program in 3 years. Okay. So you can even work with your faculty and see how you can finish your coursework and your thesis on time. Yeah.
Can you imagine? So if anybody has been discouraging you, please don't go abroad, stay here, money, this one. I don't think money should be the first issue, right?
No, the difference is totally clear. If you want,
and you need to take that leap of faith. You understand? You cannot just sit down in your house and say, oh, you have that fear.
I think most times the fear is because of lack of funds. A lot of people feel like, oh, I don't even have the money, there's no need to try. But just read up on some of the links we are going to drop down in this video. You find that there are so many scholarships that don't need you to spend any money at all, or a lot of money. Anybody can apply and you give yourself a chance.
So please, if you are one that have that phobia for abroad and everything, then I think you should just remove it from your mind. Just take that step, and where there is a will, there will always
A
be
will,
what?
definitely,
A will,
yeah.
Understand? So I think that's another thing. Another thing I think that has discouraged people from going abroad, especially ladies, this husband issue. What are the prospects? You want to think, if you go to China now, is it a Chinese man that will marry you, or what? Who exactly will marry you abroad? So I think it has.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, it's an issue.
That's an issue. But personally, I know some African ladies who have gotten married to Chinese or other Asian partners, and they're happy. They're doing fine. It's not a taboo to get married to a Chinese person. So we have this mythical or erroneous view, understanding that the majority of Chinese people don't speak English. So how will I communicate, or how with this, how with that? But I think more and more Chinese people are learning English, and many of them English is becoming more mainstream in China. So the possibility of meeting a young man who speaks English is...
All right. So apart from meeting Chinese, what about black, our fellow Nigeria,
Yeah,
Ghana brothers? This cultural gap is so much. Nigeria, Chinese is very, very far. At least talking about...
China is a place where you get to meet people from different countries.
Okay.
So many countries. So the chances of meeting someone from any country at all, be it Europe, Africa, Asia, it's also quite high. There are a lot of foreigners in China. There are even bars and clubs where you go to and they're vibing to Afrobeats, vibing to Nigerian music, African music, South African music, and lots of foreigners gather at places like this. Then you have churches, you have mosques, you have other religious bodies, and your school associations. There are so many places where you can meet other foreigners as well.
So if you are a Nigerian babe and you're scared, please, you want to
No,
stay
fear
in-
not.
And the truth is that even while staying in Nigeria, how are you sure you even get married? All the old single people in Nigeria, they're married. So
They're not all married,
I think it's just a mindset that has limited a lot of Nigerian ladies from pursuing foreign studies abroad. You feel that if you go there, who will marry you?
There are lots of people that get married in China.
Who have married you
students,
for how many years? The 25 years you've been here. If they were serious, they should have married you.
For now, yeah.
So I think that's another limiting factor. I want to talk about businesses. Just this one is not just a scholarship opportunity. You're just a business person and you want to come to China for business. You want to reside here there for business. So what are the prospects? What are the immigration policies that you feel such people need to overcome?
Well, I'm not an immigration expert, but based on common knowledge, it's very possible. There are so many Nigerian, African, and business people from other parts of the world in China doing business. Some have companies that do different things. Some are into production, manufacturing. Some are into exports. Some are into logistics. Some are into supply chain. So many things, So as a business person, it's very possible to get established in China and do your business. You just need to make sure you apply for the right documents, the right papers, the right business visa, so you don't have to hide in corners and not be able to do your business properly. Once you're in China legitimately, you have no barriers.
Another tip is that most of the goods we have in Nigeria right now are from...
I'll tell you a funny story.
They're from China.
One of my classmates, a Nigerian classmate, had a red cap, an Igbo red cap. So we had a cultural event where he wore his red cap as he dressed as a Nigerian chief, an Igbo chief from Eastern Nigeria. So a Chinese lady asked him to introduce his attire, and when he wanted to explain the significance of the red cap as a chief, he brought out the red cap to show the lady, and there was "Made in China" written on his local red cap.
Can you imagine?
So
even our red cap, that almost virtually
Yeah.
virtually everything in Nigeria, biro, pencil, clothes, even the ones they claim are from Turkey, some of them are Chinese made. Phones.
Yeah.
I remember when almost they used to laugh at Chinese phones, chinko, but now virtually all the phones are from China. So if you're a business person,
the opportunities are limitless. Don't be scared to dive in.
Seriously, the opportunities are limitless. So thank you very, very much for coming. I really enjoyed this chat with you, and I hope to see more of you in my YouTube channel. So do you have any last word or any
just drop some comments in the comment section if you have any questions to ask based on the scholarship links we are going to drop down. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section and we'll try to get to you. Okay,
all right, thank you very much. God bless you. Bye bye. Make sure you subscribe to this channel.